Ignis Vindicta, the firebrand unit, deployed their FPV kamikaze drones with precision. These unmanned warriors soared through the skies, their mission clear: eliminate the threat. As dawn painted the horizon, the drones engaged. Their POV cameras captured the intense dogfight. Russian aircraft, once menacing, now faced the wrath of the Ignis Vindicta. One by one they fell, a ballet of destruction against the morning sun. Amidst the chaos, a lone Russian soldier clung to his cockpit. His fate sealed, he became a casualty of war. The FPV kamikaze drone struck true, ending the threat. Another wounded soldier bore witness to the relentless vengeance of the Ignis Vindicta. The 8th SSO Regiment was no ordinary unit. They were the unsung heroes, the shadow warriors who operated in silence, their actions concealed by the vast expanse of the sky. Their weapon of choice: FPV drones, small, agile, and deadly. These remote-controlled Avengers soared above the battlefield, their electronic eyes scanning for targets. As dusk settled, the operators synchronized their movements. Each drone took flight, its propellers slicing through the air like vengeful spirits. Their mission: to neutralize the enemy forces that had plagued Donetsk for far too long. The city held its breath, unaware of the impending storm brewing in the heavens. The first victim was an unsuspecting armored personnel carrier, APC. The drone descended, its camera locking onto the metallic beast below. With surgical precision, it dropped a payload, a single anti-tank mine. The explosion tore through the APC, leaving twisted wreckage in its wake. The enemy's fortress had a chink in its armor. Next on the list were the 2 BMPs, bulky, menacing, and loaded with firepower. The drones circled like vultures, assessing their prey. One by one, they unleashed their payloads. The ground shook as the BMPs erupted in flames. The 8th SSO Regiment had just rewritten the rules of engagement. In a dramatic and desperate encounter, a Russian soldier attempted to disable one of our first-person view FPV drones using either a rock or a stick. Tragically, this bold endeavor cost the soldier his life. The video, captured by Strike Drones Company, showcases the soldier's ill-fated struggle against the technology. At around the 24-second mark, realizing he had no escape, the soldier picked up a stick in a last-ditch effort to fend off his robotic attacker from the sky. The scene is both desperate and poignant. FPV drones, originally designed for civilian racing, have rapidly transformed into potent weapons on the battlefield. Unlike conventional warplanes, which face challenges from anti-aircraft systems near the front lines, FPVs operate at a fraction of the cost. These small, ground-controlled drones are often equipped with explosives and flown directly into their targets. Pilots operate them remotely, using a headset to view the camera feed, while another soldier monitors a tablet with maps, providing directions. According to an update from the General Staff of Ukraine's armed forces, Russia suffered significant losses in a single day, losing 40 artillery systems and 15 tanks. This occurred amid Kiev's relentless counter-offensive efforts. Since Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine began in February 2022, Moscow has reportedly lost 279,440 troops, 4,132 tanks, 9,008 armored personnel vehicles, 315 aircraft, 316 helicopters, and 6,565 artillery systems. These figures highlight the intensity of the conflict and the impact on both sides. It's important to note that estimates of military casualties in the ongoing war vary widely, with Ukrainian figures often exceeding those provided by Western allies. Russia rarely discloses its own troop losses, but when it does, its estimates tend to be significantly lower than those reported by Ukraine. The conflict continues to exact a heavy toll on both nations, with mounting losses as the counteroffensive persists. In the Donetsk-Zaporizhzhia Oblast border area, Ukrainian forces have made marginal advancements, while intense fighting continues in other regions. The conflict has seen the emergence of first-person view (FPV) drones as potent weapons, revolutionizing modern warfare. These budget-friendly drones effectively neutralize expensive artillery and tanks, further emphasizing their strategic significance in the ongoing conflict. The Rapak FPV operators of the 77th Separate Airmobile Brigade successfully dismantled the turret from an enemy T-80 tank. The Ukrainian heavy drones have been observed dropping TM-62 anti-tank mines on Russian forces. Traditionally used as ground-based anti-vehicle weapons, these mines are now being deployed from the air as improvised aerial munitions. The fighters of the 1st Assault Battalion, operating mass attack drones, successfully overwhelmed the enemy's KSP. They discovered and struck a warehouse containing BC, as well as camouflaged equipment, weapons, and several passenger cars. Additionally, they confronted the Russian forces directly, flying right into their bunkers and trenches. As dusk settled over the Kiev region, the Wild Hornets sprang into action. These sleek drones, adorned with menacing Hornet decals, hummed to life. Their mission? To infiltrate enemy lines and wreak havoc. But these weren't your ordinary drones. They were fire-breathing beasts. The night sky crackled with anticipation as the Wild Hornets ascended. Their propellers sliced through the air, leaving behind a trail of fire and smoke. Villagers below gasped in awe, mistaking them for celestial dragons. But these dragons had a different purpose: to scorch the enemy's defenses. Captain Petrov watched from the command center, adrenaline coursing through his veins. The drones weaved through anti-aircraft fire, their fiery payloads obliterating tanks, bunkers, and communication towers. Each explosion was a symphony of destruction, a ballet of chaos set against the canvas of war. Why did they risk it all? The answer lay in their brigade's namesake, Grand Duke Vytautas, a legendary warrior who once rode into battle atop a flaming steed, leaving scorched earth in his wake. The hooligans aimed to honor his legacy, albeit with modern firepower. As dawn approached, the Wild Hornets returned, battered but victorious. Their scorched wings bore witness to their valor. The hooligans celebrated, raising their glasses to fallen comrades. For in war, glory and sacrifice danced hand in hand. devastating strikes on enemy positions by the operators of attack drones from the Rub-Pack Owls of the 36th Separate Marine Infantry Brigade, named after Rear Admiral Mikhailo Belinsky. We will not let any invader go hungry. Ukrainian UA FPV destroys RU BM-21 Grad MLRS. FPV drones, which stream video directly to pilots' goggles, have dominated the skies, attacking anything that poses a threat. They target soldiers, vehicles, and even armored units. In this case, the BM-21 Grad, a 122mm multiple rocket launcher self-propelled drone, was ready to launch a full salvo, but was hit by the drone, resulting in an explosion and complete destruction.